Slugs are small, land-dwelling mollusks that many homeowners and gardeners do not want around. Despite their small size, they are incredibly destructive pests that devour vegetation, including turf, ornamentals, and seedlings. So in this video, we'll show you how to get rid of slugs and prevent them from reinfesting, so your lawn and garden can stay fresh and green. You can save on pest control with DIY products and do it fast with free same-day shipping with Solutions Pest and Lawn. To shop for the products featured in this video and to learn more about slug control, click the icon in the top right of the screen or click the link in the description below. The first thing you should do in any pest control plan is identify what exactly you're dealing with. Careless identification can lead to wrong treatment methods, costing you time and money. Slugs are unlike your average garden pest. They aren't insects, but they're actually mollusks and are more related to clams and squid. The average garden variety slug will grow up to 1 to 3 inches in length. They have 1 foot with which they use to crawl across surfaces, and they have 2 pairs of tentacles. The upper pair is responsible for sight and smell, and the lower pair is for feeling and tasting. Behind the head is the part of the body known as the mantle. When slugs are frightened or inactive, they can retract their heads within the mantle for protection. Unlike snails, slugs seem to have no outer shell. While it seems all slugs lack shells, some slug species actually have a small shell underneath their mantles. Slug eggs have a pearl-like and translucent appearance, and they can be round or oblong-shaped. Egg-laying periods can vary depending on species and region, but many slugs will typically lay eggs during spring or late fall. An individual egg can measure around 4.25 millimeters in length and 4 millimeters in width. However, slug eggs are laid in bundles or clusters of about 40 eggs. They can be found near the soil surface if the soil is moist. If eggs are laid mid to late fall, they'll overwinter and hatch the next spring. Inspection is the next phase of any good pest control plan. Once you know what your pests look like, check around your property to confirm their presence or find hotspots of activity. Slugs are mostly nocturnal, so you'll likely notice their damage before you actually see them in larger numbers. You'll want to check your lawn and garden for any slug activity. Slugs will eat living and decomposing plant matter, but they prefer seedlings and younger plant growth. Newly sprouted plants or grass are often the first to be eaten. On larger leaves, they'll eat along the edge and within the leaf itself. Freshly eaten leaves will have distinct cusp-edged chunks taken out of them. Over time, the chunks can heal into smoother edges, so be on the lookout for fresh activity. Slugs will also leave behind silvery slime trails wherever they go. During the day, slugs will try to stay out of sight, away from predators. They'll hide in moist areas like under logs or loose tree bark. You can also check underneath planters, along tree bases, and underneath loose rocks for any slugs or slug eggs hidden there. Note where you spot slug activity or any slugs themselves, as you'll use this to direct your treatment and prevention. After identifying your pest and inspecting for activity on your property, it's time to start treatment. Before starting any treatment, be sure to wear your personal protective equipment or PPE and remember to keep all people and pets off any treated areas until dry. To get rid of slugs on your property, you'll need to use a bait granule like Ficam. Ficam is an easy and ready-to-use bait that is labeled to treat and control slugs in lawns and garden beds, but unlike common molluscicides, it can also be used to treat other common insect pests, including roaches, ants, and silverfish. Ficam contains the active ingredient orthoboric acid, a naturally occurring compound, and it's safe to use around children and pets when used according to label directions. To use Ficam, you'll spread it at a different rate depending on where you're applying it. To spread over your lawn, apply Ficam at a rate of 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet of treatment area. If you're spreading Ficam in a flower or ornamental garden bed, apply Ficam at a rate of 6 ounces per 100 square feet. You want to apply a thin layer of Ficam to the targeted area. Don't apply it in piles or clumps. After application, keep the granules dry and do not water them. When applied properly, slugs and other targeted pests will consume the bait and die after several hours. Keep in mind, slugs tend to hide when they're about to die, so you are not likely to see dead slugs scattered around your property. For best results, schedule your application so there is no rainfall in the foreseeable future. Be sure to make a follow-up application about 4 to 6 weeks after your initial treatment. Prevention is essential to keeping pests in check. Even after you've applied pesticides, the best way to stop slug activity is to make sure it can't happen. Slugs are common pests no matter where you are in the US or the rest of the world. You may spot the occasional slug every now and then, but there are ways to make your property less conducive for major infestations. Start by picking up lawn debris like tree bark, branches, loose stones, or other unwanted materials to eliminate slug hideouts. With fewer spots for slugs to hide in, they'll already be less likely to hang around your property. Next, work on reducing the moisture content of your lawn. Slugs need wet, damp environments to prevent their bodies from drying out, so it's a good idea to regulate the water your lawn receives to maintain its health, but still discourage large amounts of slug activity. Water your lawn properly. Deeply water the grass once or twice a week in the morning rather than a little every day. Your lawn should receive 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week. This will ensure your lawn receives the water it needs and that it has the time to run deep into the soil rather than sit on the surface. Regularly rake and dethatch your lawn to improve air circulation. This will improve your lawn's drainage and stop standing water from forming. Additionally, you can trim back overhanging tree branches to remove shade and promote water evaporation. Another way to prevent slugs from infesting is to eliminate their eggs. A single slug is capable of self-fertilizing and can produce over 500 eggs in a single year. By busting one part of the life cycle, you won't have to worry about many slugs in the future. Start by finding slug eggs above the soil surface and exposing them to natural predators. Slugs can lay their eggs in moist areas where you'd normally find adult slugs. If you keep loose bricks, stepping stones, or planters in garden pots, you can turn them over to potentially find clusters of slug eggs. Slugs are also known to conceal eggs in cavities near the soil surface or underneath residue on the soil surface. To eliminate slug eggs in your ornamental flower or garden beds, simply tilling the soil regularly is enough to destroy most eggs that would be in there. Despite their small size, slugs can attack plants and grass with their large appetites and populations, but there are ways to control an infestation that's gone out of hand. With these professional products and tips from Solutions Pest and Lawn, you can stop slugs from infesting your property, and we offer same-day shipping to help you get control quickly. Visit our website to get your products today. If you like this how-to guide, please share, and if you're new to our channel, subscribe for more how-to and product videos, and contact us for more tips, tricks, and DIY pest solutions.